Hello again, welcome back to Asgard, and welcome back to Dungeons, Dragons, and Space Shuttles. So, since the last episode, I've actually done a bit of work. This is actually chisel and bits now. Originally it was chiseled rock granite, but I ended up saving granite, which is good. That way I have to mine a lot less of this. And I just did, they're just one thick. But the reason I did this is because underneath here I put the chisel brownstone. It's not the brownstone like what we have up here, because the chisel brownstone is actually cheaper. And I got to thinking about doing that when I was working on a build, which we'll get over there here in a second. But it's cheaper than this brownstone, and you'll notice it actually makes you run a little bit faster than that brownstone. But these walls, I do want this brownstone because I like the way it looks. This brownstone looks good, but not quite what I want. So I just have the raw version down there. And then in addition, I actually just started working on one thing. The sun's going to be setting, but I did go out and I lit up a bunch of stuff. I just took torches out and just placed out torches, just to cut down on the amount of mobs that are spawning right around our base. This side I didn't do it as far. You can actually see some darkness over there. On the other side, I did it quite a bit further, and that's because I've actually been out there working a bit of late. Which we'll head out there. I'm sure these aren't grown yet. No, not quite yet. I actually just started working on something, and I've got all of our mystical crop stuff on me at the moment. What I've been working on is I've been taking... I'm going to go ahead and just make as many of these as I can. Do I want to go... Yeah, let me go ahead and upgrade these. And then we'll get... okay, I actually need a little bit more coal. Go with 20. There we go. I've been making these coal seeds. I only made 3 before. We're about to finish a quest because we needed 4 for the quest. There we go. Let's go ahead and turn this in. I'm not sure what we get for this. We get fertilized essence, prudentium essence, a block of coal, and a silver coin. I will take it. And then they want us to get 8 coal essence, and then coal. But what I've been doing is, we had this extra slot over here. Of course, we're going to have a lot more mystical crops than just this, but I've started placing out coal seeds because, you know, I was thinking about going into the forestry, the wood pile, but wood, I don't know. I mean, I cut down, I got a couple stacks of wood clearing out trees since last episode, but wood is still kind of a nuisance. And so I decided not to, yeah, we've got a lot of sandstone. I used a lot. We probably would have had 2,000, but I ended up using quite a bit between episodes. So, also there was a couple comments about this, the barrel from Dungeon Tactics, about using this in place of a hopper. And at first it sounded like a really good plan to me, but then I realized it's really not a good plan for me, because I honestly I didn't even think about the barrel, because basically it collects items like a hopper does, but is actually not useful at all for us. And the reason being, if I replace this hopper that's feeding into the back of the storage drawer, if I replace it with that barrel, it is slow as Christmas. It is very, 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 very slow. Because the hopper, I mean, slow to extract, because the transfer nodes aren't pulling enough. Well, just that one transfer node, it's not pulling enough to feed this and keep up. The hopper is actually doing the majority of the work in this system. So changing over to the barrel actually doesn't work out very well for me. Now, if I had stack upgrades and stuff like that, that would be a different story, but I don't, so I'm going to stick with the hopper. It's this will be useful, but not for this setup. But if we head outside here, let's go like that. Yeah, we got a zombie. We have a zombie. They actually broke my armor between episodes. I'm not wearing copper armor anymore. I don't really have anything better. I mean, I've got steel, which we're going to get into repairing items before long. I know I get a bunch of comments about that. I know about the cyclic item repair system, but we don't even really have power at the moment, so it doesn't really do us much good. We could just make a solar panel, granted, but out here I have been working on this, and come on. At least there's not a ton of mobs out here. There's a few. Oh, by the way, I think we actually completed this, which we get copper coins, silver coins, and gourmet pork burgers. That one's not complete. But this is more of that brownstone that comes through here with the speed boost. And of course this is where farms are going to go. And I have started working in here a little bit. And, oh, I need to light this area up. But this building right here, I just kind of got the walls. This isn't going to be sandstone. The outer walls are going to be sandstone, but this is actually going to have, kind of like we did with the other building, we're going to do a chisel and bits layer on it, excluding where the windows are going to be sitting. We're going to have a chisel and bit layer that basically hides all of that away. So down through here I have, this is going to stay sandstone, this weathered bricks. I actually quite like it up against the brownstone and kind of crossing over into the dacite bricks. Yeah, this is going to be our storage building. Storage and a little bit of auto crafting, like kind of like cobbleworks type stuff, is going to be in here. And then there's going to be, the entire thing's not going to go to a second floor, but there is going to be some second floor stuff. And so probably up there we might have the AE2 building, we might not. I don't know if I'm going to do it as a separate building or keep it in the storage building in this pack or not. Whenever we get to that point, I haven't really decided. We shall see. So, and then right here is actually going to be a little deck type area that comes out and kind of goes down towards the water. What in the world? He just killed himself, though. That zombie did. But that's what I've been working on. It's very, very bare bones. Nothing really going on in there at the moment. But I think it's going to look good once we're done. Right now, it's just a big eyesore, in truth. But we'll get it sorted. I actually have to go around the long way now. Okay, but yeah, if we take a look at journey map, you can see, there we go, there's that. And actually where I've been mining the dacite is right over here, up against this mountain. I found it, because I was looking for some other types of stone variations, and I came across that, and I actually quite like it. It's something different, and I do like those underground biomes quite a bit. Quite a bit indeed. So, oh, and I also made slates. I made slates while I was building. So, yay. We've got a little bit of those. Okay, so anyways, what we're going to be doing today is we're actually going to start work on upgrading from this pickaxe, because I'm super exhausted with having to mine everything one block at a time. I like the picks, granted, and I like them. I mean, I've got some haste on this. I've got haster on it, and technically I've got 2 modifiers, so I could put haste 4 on there. But I kind of want to save those up for once we get unbreakable, maybe, or something. So I think what we're going to do is we're actually going to start working towards the tool forge. We're going to work on making ourselves a hammer, and then in addition I can also upgrade this katana, because right now I've got 5 modifiers on it. Technically I could put modifiers on it, but I'm not being stopped from putting modifiers on the stuff. But the tool forge will allow me to upgrade the blade, because right now it's a measly 5.23 attack damage. I could throw some nether quartz on there and buff it up, but I would like a new blade. As well as maybe a new handle, or, something. I'd like to be able to change out some parts to it, which would really kind of, right now, combat and exploring is kind of dangerous without good armor and a good weapon, and a tool forge will be able to fix a lot of that. However, to make a tool forge, what's holding us back is steel. We need a lot of steel. A lot of methane gas, too, but that's not that bad. But we need a lot of steel. And, of course, to make steel, we are going to have to, I think our main option at the moment is going to be the blast furnace, like the very, very standard method for making steel. And that's another reason why I wanted to get, I don't think there's any way to alloy. No. That's another reason why I wanted to get the coal seeds up and going and start kind of, ooh, I got one grown. Start kind of spreading out on these so that we'll have coal to make coal coke. You can also use charcoal, of course, so we could do that, but I'm probably just going to make coal coke. See, this is terrible. If I run into zombies while I'm out exploring, it's like, it takes forever to kill the things. And I want to fix that. But it's like a workout sometimes to kill these zombies, because they have so much armor and I just do so little damage to them. So it's definitely something. Actually, let me check something. Is there steel seeds in this pack? There is. They're tier 4, which really isn't out of reach for us. Oh, there's mana steel too. That's really, really tempting. Because honestly, we're getting enough Inferium in now that it's not really an issue. So I'm going to think about it. I know we're kind of jumping around a little bit. That's part of it. We're still early game, so we're like jumping around doing all the early game random assortment of things. kind of things where like everything's a priority, but we can't focus on everything at once. But I really need to go out and just mine a ton of blue schist, like a ton of it, and I really need a hammer to do that. So what we're going to go for first up is the, well, actually, let me see something here. On the main quest line, unlock tier 1 main quest line. That's the only tier that we have not unlocked at the moment. Do we want to go ahead and try to unlock that? Which takes rubber and stuff. Because the coke bricks really aren't that bad. We're going to need sandstone, we're going to need black iron, and we're going to need lots and lots of bricks. So I should probably go ahead and get some more clay running. And I have been mining up clay a lot lately. I'll just set this over here for now. I have been mining up a lot of clay. But I'd also like to see, while that's smelting, I'd like to see about... let's say they want us to make a tree tap and get some rubber. So let's go ahead and do that, actually. I've actually got rubber saplings right here that we collected a while back. And I'm assuming that the tree tap, while we're waiting for those bricks to smelt, we might as well see about going ahead and unlocking that next tier of stuff. Which I'm assuming is probably going to be Tech Reborn, but that's fine. There's that. And then, see, I'm going to go ahead and get some fertilizer. And we're going to grow these rubber trees. And for right now, I'm actually going to put them... I'm going to put them out here. We'll just put them right over here. That'll be good. This area is usually chunk loaded. It's close enough. That'll be fine. Okay, so what we're looking for is the little nodes on the side of it. It actually looks like that one doesn't have one. There we go. And we get a little bit of sap. And this one doesn't have another one. It just has that one up there. Okay, I'm actually probably going to cut this tree down then. Okay, I'm not getting very lucky, to say the least. I want to say the Tech Reborn ones work like identical to the IC2 ones, if I recall. Like, they grow with the node and then it slowly regenerates over time, if I recall correctly. This one does have a node, but I'm checking. Okay, yeah, I don't see anything. This one has a node on the front. So, there we go. There's 2 sap, and then if we smelt it, we'll get rubber. Okay, so let's go do that. And I need to make a new, or not a new, but a couple inferium furnaces. I was thinking about doing that between episodes, and then I got sidetracked and just never got around to it. But I do need to make some more of those, so let's go ahead and toss that in there. Okay, there's our 2 rubber, and pow. Quest complete. There we go. Okay, we get 2 tree taps and 3 copper coins. It sounds good. And then we're supposed to get artisan copper cutters and artisan copper driver. I know I've never made a driver before, and let me see. Can I? Okay, it looks like it's not counting these cutters. So, let me go get a... Let's see. What do we need for the driver? Okay. I'm going to go get a couple pieces of string. Actually, I'm just going to pop out here and get some string. But I promise that we're working towards things that will make sense once we get them done. They don't make a whole lot of sense at the moment because we're hopping around. But we're actually putting all this effort in towards getting a couple major quality of life things going. Okay, so we get an artisan's copper punch, a common loot bag, and a copper coin. Sounds good. We'll take all of that. Then they want us to make a copper coil, which we've actually, I think, made one of these before. Or no, we made a gold coil. We have not made a copper coil yet. Okay. Let's see what's in our loot bag. Oh, 14 coal. I will take that. That's useful. Okay, so there's our copper coils. And pa-pow. And we get 2 iron plates and 3 copper coins. Just want to see what's over the horizon here. And then the coal generator from Actually Additions. We need to make one of those. And I wonder if it's going to be expensive or not. No, it's actually not that bad. It's going to take a bunch of iron and 10 plates. Okay, so we're going to need that. We're going to need... it's 10 in the corners, and then it's like every other block is Iron. Yeah. And then I'm also going to need some redstone, silicon. I'm going to need a chest as well. I'm just going to do that. I know it's not ideal, but I've actually got a lot of wood. So I just don't even worry about it. Okay, and here's the plates that we need. I really need to just go, like, mine up just a ton of stuff and, like, process it. I was doing that with, like, iron and stuff, but then I got sidetracked and didn't go through with much more of it. But the hammer, I'll be able to go out on some nice big mining trips. So, okay, we get a rare loot bag, 5 silicon plates, 2 copper plates, and 2 silver coins. That sounds good. Our rare loot bag, feather falling 4, iron, and a bow. Okay. I'm just going to put those away. Okay, so we have unlocked the main quest line. We need to go through and finish all these like odd and end quests at some point, but they're just not high priority, I guess. We've made a chisel before. I wonder if that quest was added after the fact or something. Oh, we made an iron chisel, though. We didn't make a copper chisel. Okay. Well, anyways, main quest line. Here we go. Do I see any... I actually don't see anything for the coal coke blocks. So let's just grab these. I'm going to get another stack of bricks going. And I got to thinking, actually, when I was out over here, right over here, there's a building. And it's a roguelike dungeon, but the base of it, it's an entrance to a roguelike dungeon, but the base of it has a bunch of brick blocks. So if we need brick blocks moving forward, instead of using 9 bricks to make it, we could go over there and just harvest up a bunch of it. So it's like brick and granite. So I was thinking we might at some point go over there and just harvest those up. So we've got those available. But okay, so for the coke bricks, yeah, black iron. I'm going to need a lot of black dye, which is fine. And I've got this like random coal generator that I don't really have any need for it at the moment. So, yeah, we're gonna need. Oh man, we're gonna need so many crafts of this. That's fine. Okay, let's see. It's 26 of these in total that we need. I think, yeah. Okay, so what we're gonna do? Let's get. Okay, I actually don't want to use up all those. Let me grab this. Let me grab that. And I think the magic fertilizer we can use for this. Or the fertilizer. So what we'll do is we'll break this down. And then let's try this. Can I do? Yes, I can. Awesome. Okay, we're going to use our fertilizer. We're going to make tall, mystical black petals. And there's a pretty good chance I'm probably going to have to make another mortar after this, but that's fine. And then we'll harvest these with the shears. And then, pow. There's 36 of those. I don't quite need that many. I just need 28. And then, oh wow, it actually made it. It's amazing. I'm so proud of it. Throw that back in there. Okay, so then we're going to make our black iron ingots. Okay, and then there's that. And we'll get our first batch of coke bricks. There's 16. And, gosh, I have like no space in this place. It's terrible. This entire base right now is terrible. I apologize, but it's coming along bit by bit. I'm actually going to build this into the ground so it takes up a little bit less space. Or, you know, a little bit less in my way visually. I'm actually getting close to where we're going to move everything out of the way, but it's just, it takes a while. It takes a while to get everything to that point, so. And we got coal seeds, or coal, grown coal, which I'm probably going to make some more coal seeds here in just a minute, in fact, because I've got a lot of essence. That's the nice thing about just going for like quantity over quality with a big setup like this, because you just have so much of the stuff. I may start upgrading towards tier 2s before long, but... Okay, but basically we're just building out like this, and then we need just 2 more bricks. I always hate that there's like 2 left over, but normally I would go for like maybe 2 coke ovens. I don't think I'm going to go for 2 coke ovens right this second, because they're a little bit on the expensive side, but we will in time. We will in time. So, anyways, there we go. There's that. And then we need to get ourselves an engineer's hammer. Actually, didn't think about that. Should have been making that. Stick string iron. Okay. Oh, there's a cow in here. Yeah, he cleared out. Look at that. I hate Animania animals. I do not like them at all because they eat everything. I have to replant crops a lot, basically, to keep them... I actually had them come through and eat 3 Inferium seeds. Luckily, it was just my tier 1s, but they'll wipe them out. And I keep killing them, but they keep coming back. Okay, so let's get that. And by the way, we did complete a quest here for the mystical agriculture, the coal essence. We get a couple of coal essence, copper coin, silver coin, fertilized essence. We'll take that. Then they want us to get 6 coal, and we can get that easily enough just by doing that. Pow. Then let's get our engineer's hammer. There's that. And this quest, we get an uncommon loot bag, copper coin, and a silver coin. There we go. And we got an iron axe and walnut raisin bread in there. That's cool. Then we're going to take our engineer's hammer and just right-click the front of this. Right. Maybe this one is the solid one. And I'm just remembering it correctly. There we go. Okay, yeah, it is solid. My bad. My bad. There's another one. There's another coke oven that's hollow, and I always get them mixed up. Always. We're going to take our coal. We're going to throw it in there. It's going to start producing creosote and coal coke. It does take a while. You can see it's slowly going at the moment. Later on, we can make preheaters that make it run faster. So, and while we're working on that, we need to look and see about the blast bricks, because we're going to need a bunch of these as well, which take blaze powder, soul dust, sandy glass, nether bricks of any kind, and bricks of any kind, or regular bricks. So, and I'm assuming that I could break those down with the squeezer if I wanted to. But I really don't want to. Okay, so we're going to need, once again, we're going to need another 27 of these. So we're going to need 7 blaze powder. I think this is going to be the worst part, and I think I already have 3 or 4 blaze powder, but I am probably going to have to go to the nether for this. I have 5 blaze powder. Okay, yeah, we're just going to have to be brave and just go do it. We're going to have to go to the nether. That's fine. Let's, well, let me say something here. Because the FTB chunk loading is now gone. There is the chicken. I don't know why they do this. I have never understood why make chunk loaders expensive. It's one thing I don't get. This will probably be our way to go. Honestly. This one's a bit cheaper. This one... It's not terrible. But it kind of is terrible. And then, of course, we go with Steve's carts, too. And that's actually not that bad. But I don't understand why make chunk loaders expensive. And I know I talk about this all the time. I don't understand it. Why make them like late game or expensive? Because all it does is make time pass like it should pass. You know? Like the world doesn't revolve around you being right next to something. That's all it does. Oh, and I did make the 8 runes. So technically we can upgrade this to a tier 2 altar. We'll get into that later. I'm not worried about it right this second. Okay, so I guess... Here we go. We're going to go to the nether and try to lure in. I have to find a couple things while I'm here. I have to stock up on netherrack to make bricks, which is great fun. And then I have to get blaze powder, and I have to get that stuff right there, which is soulstone. Let me actually see something here. Soul dust. You smelt soulstone. Okay. It's actually not that bad. And it's not like I need a ton of it. And it's actually fairly common. I wonder if we should... actually, before we do all of this... Let's go back to the overworld real quick. Okay, it's actually been a minute since I cut, because I started to do something, and then I was like, no, wait, I can't do it this way, and then I was like, oh, yeah, I can, and then I was like, no, I can't, and then I can. But anyways, before we get to that, I did realize this first quest here is the Engineer's Workshop, which we have already made this a few episodes back, so we'll go ahead and just pick that up, because we made it so we can make transfer pipes, so, yay, there we go. And in that quest, we get 4 copper ingots, a copper pick, a redstone dank null panel, and a silver coin. I'm going to wait to turn that in. Then there's sandy glass, which actually I made some. I went ahead and made this stuff. I got this stuff set out, so, which I actually made quite a bit extra nether bricks. But the sandy glass is already done. That's just glass and sand. So, we get 6 sandy glass, 2 empty cells, or 4 oak chests from that. The power of the sun, we have to make a solar panel tier 1. We've made a tier 2, but we have not made a tier 1. Okay. Well, anyways, that's all of that stuff. But what I was going to do, I came out and I started to make some alumite so we could upgrade our pickaxe. But, okay, I've looked, and normal bauxite that you mine up in this pack is from the Tech Reborn. It's not the alumite from Immersive Engineering, so it has to be processed before it makes aluminum. And we don't actually have any aluminum ingots. I'm not sure... I'm thinking aluminum is just gated behind getting into Tech Reborn within this pack. So I was like, okay, well, I can't do that. And then I was like, oh, wait, I have aluminum plates. So I melted one of those down, and one of them only made 5 nuggets. And so I've only got 3 aluminum plates left. But then I realized right here I have alumite plates that came from, I guess, quests and loot bags and chests and stuff like that. I actually have 7 of these, and I only need 2 of them. Technically, I could have done it with the 4 aluminum plates that I've gotten from wherever I got them from. But these, we can actually just smelt down. I'm not going to make a pickaxe head. That's a waste. I'm just going to make... I'm just going to make a sharpening stone, sharpening kit. If you type in cobalt, you can see everything. A couple other easy methods. Nightly is from... Twilight Forest, it's pretty easy. Of course, these you have to have cobalt mining level to get. But there's also Superium and Supremium, which are both pretty cheap overall. Superium especially isn't really all that bad. And then there's some alloys in here. I haven't dug through all the different alloys and seen which ones we can actually make and stuff. But there's some easy options up here. So, but anyways, let me... get our sharpening kit cast, because of course if I wanted to make a pickaxe head in this pack, it's 6 ingots, whereas a sharpening kit is only 2, so it's a whole lot cheaper to do it this way. By the way, before too long I'm gonna pour all this stuff out and then break this just to get rid of some of these like random junk fluids that I've got in there. I'm gonna need a piece of flint. Actually, I think I've got flint. Yeah. Okay, so that. You cannot fortify your tools, you cheater. Okay, never mind. We actually have to make a, this better be able to be melted down. It can. Okay, so we're actually going to have to make a pickaxe head. Which is, of course, that's 6 ingots worth. So it's a little bit more expensive. But if you don't have the alumite, you can just go with, like, Superium or something. You know, Superium's not all that difficult to go for, in truth. So I'm going to have to get this stuff smelted up then. Apparently I'm a cheater because I'm not allowed to fortify my tools. Well, didn't they... let me say something. Didn't they make us... make a sharpening kit? Yeah, I wonder why I couldn't fortify it. Sharpening kits allow you to upgrade the tool level. I mean, there's a quest for it. For us to fortify the tools. And it wouldn't it wouldn't allow us to do it. I don't know. I'm not really sure what that's about. Because I feel like I'm supposed to be able to do that. But, oh well. That's fine. I can make alumite later. I don't really need alumite for a little while, and then whenever I actually do need it, I should be able to craft it fairly easily, so it's not a big deal. These alumite plates are going to be a lot more useful now than they will be later, basically. So, okay, so there is our alumite pickaxe, and it's got cobalt mining level. Awesome. Okay, so now let's go back into the nether. Yeah. I've got some stuff on me. It's not a big deal, I don't think. I don't think we're going to die in this situation. I don't think. Famous last words and all that, but... So what I need is I need 2 pieces of blaze powder, and then I need some soulstone. Soulstone, we can either make it with soul sand, or we can actually... Is that redstone up there, or is that like some weird... Yeah, that's nether redstone, nether iron. I was actually wondering if there was maybe like nether aluminum somewhere. I know that redstone wasn't, but I'm wondering if there's like nether aluminum or something. There's cobalt. Haha. I'll take it. And then Tiberium, which this is the stuff that like randomly explodes. I actually probably shouldn't be mining that right now. Oh, that's interesting. If you mine nether iron, it gives you nuggets. Okay, this guy's actually got some abilities, which I'm not digging. Uh-oh. No. Okay. There we go. Okay, we got a blaze powder off of him. But I still need 1 more blaze powder. I need to get looting on my sword. That's one of the next things I'm going to be going for. I just need the lapis. So, I need to pull in some more of those guys. Like that one over there. There was one over there, but he ran off somewhere or something. Okay. Here we go. Blaze powder, yes! Okay, so we don't need any more blaze powder now. I don't have to worry about that stuff. But I do have to worry about the soulstone. Which, I actually see something. Cobalt. Smeltery. Ingot. Could make cobalt seeds. Okay. I am going to make a pickaxe head out of that, though. Cobalt's pretty common and pretty easy to use as a repair material. And at least until we get, like, unbreakable or something on there. But, okay, so we need soulstone now. Hey. Oh, there's some. Okay, cool. Cool. I found some. I was hoping I'd come across a little bit of it. So this stuff right here, if we were to smelt it, how much... we smelt it once, we get soulstone. We smelt it again, we get soul dust. And I actually need 28 soul dust in total. Now, I could also just gather up a whole lot of soulstone. Yeah, actually, that's pretty cheap, too. So maybe I'm just going to gather up a bit of soul sand. Okay, and I think we've got everything from the nether that we need. So, I mean, I could use a little bit more ardite and cobalt. I know where a little bit of it is. It's just... there's mobs around it at the moment, so I might come back and get it later. But not at the moment. I'm going to head back, because I see that guy coming over here. But we should be good. We should be good to get our blast bricks now, so we can at least start making steel. Okay, so I'm going to get that stuff going. And then I need any kind of stone, any kind of smooth stone, which I've got some up here. And we'll make a couple crafts of the soul stone. And this actually makes the smooth variant, so actually I'm just going to go ahead and do that. I've got that other smelting, that's fine. So I'm pretty much just waiting at this point, because I've got everything else that I need. So, I will be back once this is done, and we'll get our blast bricks. And as far as coal coke goes, I made a little bit more. I've got 21 coal coke at the moment. Okay, we now have everything set up for this. We've got the soul dust smelted up. So there is our 28 blast bricks. And if we pop... where should I set this up at? Let's keep with the really awesome base theme of just everything piled up. And, we're going to do this. Awesome. Oh, is this one, does this one have to be hollow and the other one's not hollow? I feel like the other one's normally hollow. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, maybe. Okay, okay, there we go. There we go. All right, so really hot topic advancement. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our coal coke, we're going to toss it into there, and we're going to grab ourselves a bunch of iron, and we're going to toss that into there, and we're going to give it a while. It's going to take a little while to run this. I'll be back here in just a minute. Okay, we got our first 3 pieces of steel from this. Of course, we got 2 others. I do need 1 more piece of steel to make... Well, actually, we might already have the steel plates. I'll have to check on that. But I went ahead and switched this out, and we're doing blocks of iron instead of iron ingots, because I do need 5 blocks of steel, which if I do it this way, it's just going to straight up... you know, it's going to straight up make a block for a block. So, but anyways, let's see. Do we have... We do already have the 3 steel plates that we need. So this steel I actually don't even... I'll just put that away for now. And those ingots. But we just need... I'm going to have to make some more coal. I'm kind of waiting on coal from my coal seeds. And I'm about to make some more coal seeds as well. Yes, okay. But I need to basically just fill this out with coal seeds as soon as possible. And... that way I have lots of coal coming in to make the creosote that we need. But really, we have everything now going to make the tool forge. Of course, seared brick's not a problem. The methane gas isn't a problem. I'm going to get that stuff prepped up between episodes. At the start of next episode, we'll get our tool forge, which will be exciting. I'm also going to go probably do a little bit more mining and look for some cobalt. Not like above ground, but like just kind of digging kind of mining. Because above ground scares me to be caught out in the open. But I want to get a little bit of cobalt, and then I'll probably get some manulin as well. And then we'll get our tool forge. We'll make a manulin katana blade and a cobalt pickaxe head. And actually, there might be stuff that's better than manulin for damage, but I'll look into that. But we'll have our tool forge next episode, so we can actually start upgrading our katana, get that nice and strong as far as damage goes. And I did get a bit of nether quartz, so we can dump some nether quartz on there. And I also want to dump looting on there. And I really don't have a whole lot of lapis. I need to go mining for more lapis. But just so that we can go ahead and save that slot, we'll do that. It takes a modifier from it. And then we'll get sharpness. I actually don't have enough nether quartz to get it to full at the moment, but or the first point of it. But we're up to 6.89 attack damage. We'll buff it up next episode with a nice sword blade for it. So, but anyways, I am going to end out this episode here. Like I said, next episode we're going to get our tool forge, which is actually really exciting, because then we can start getting in some better equipment. So we'll definitely make a hammer. We'll upgrade our katana. We'll make a lumber axe. Lumber axe is really important, especially now that dynamic trees is out of the pack. It's super, super useful. I'll probably record the next episode shortly after finishing recording this episode, because I want the hammer so I can go out and mine a bunch of blue schist really, really quickly and start leveling up that hammer, and that way I can really start working on the base. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, as always, be sure and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe if you're not already to stay updated with when new videos come out. And I hope to see you guys next time. So until then, as always, do take care. Stay safe. I'll see you guys then.